Minister, the survey of income and living conditions for 2021 showed that households headed by lone parents continue to be some of the hardest hit by deprivation and poverty. And of course, Minister, this is before the full impact of the cost of living over the last 2 years is taken into account. And lone parents are struggling to meet the costs of living on a day-to-day basis for both themselves and their children, and we really need to break that cycle of poverty.
In addition to income supports, my department provides a wide range of employment supports and services designed to assist lone parents to enter or to return to employment. Both one-parent family payment and job seekers transitional payment have been designed to support a person to pursue their individual employment goals. These schemes include an earnings disregard, whereby the first €165 of weekly earnings are not assessed as part of the means test. In addition, 50% of earnings above €165 per week are also disregarded in the means test. In April 2021, Minister Humphreys removed the earnings threshold of €425 per week, which was being applied to persons in receipt of the one-parent family payment. The working family payment supports over 45,600 persons with children into employment. Over half of recipients are one-parent households. Budget 2024 saw the third successive increase in the payment's income thresholds for all family sizes. As a result, the earnings threshold for all family sizes have increased by over €100 per week since Budget 2022. My department is also running a pilot project, a lone parents digital activation, in partnership with the NGO One Family. This pilot project is co-financed by the European Programme for Employment and Social Innovation, which is a European-level financial instrument managed by the European Commission. This action aims at reaching out to those furthest away from the labour market by developing their employment and education and training capabilities and further enhancing their social inclusion. The Department of Social Protection is the lead partner, and in addition to One Family, there are 3 partners in Greece and 1 in Finland. The project commenced in November 2021, has a duration of 30 months and will conclude at the end of April 2024. But my department will continue to develop the schemes and services available to support lone parents to enter or return to employment. Thank you.
Minister, in a perverse situation where we're in an economy at full employment, where we need workers within our economy, particularly in the whole digital area, and yet we've appallingly poor participation rates for one-parent families. Now, we're rolling out high-speed broadband to every single home in the country, and as I've said to you previously, we need to look at how we can now utilise the digital hubs as people transition to high-speed broadband in their own homes. And surely there's an opportunity there now to match up the digital skills demand that is there across our economy with the digital skills hubs, our digital hubs across the country to provide training, to engage with one-parent families and allow them to take up flexible employment that meets their childcare needs, but also ensures that additional high-value income is coming into that house.
Thank you, Deputy, and thank you, Deputy, for highlighting the issues and challenges that one-parent families face. Just to give you a broader picture of what we've been doing to date, in 2023, the Employer Relations Division delivered 1,387 employment engagement activities and almost 2,000 activities to support recruitment. Included in this were 610 events such as career fairs, employer roadshows, recruitment events and general information events. During these events, a full presentation of departmental services and programmes is made. These presentations included promotion of the various incentives available to employers to hire people in receipt of one-parent family payment in order to increase awareness of the need to build opportunities and support for single-parent families in the labour force. 7 specific events have been held this year which focus on one-parent family payment or job seekers transitional payment. These included 2 events organised for International Women's Day. 984 invitations were issued to the virtual event, which focused on professional, scientific and technical activities, and recruitment events were organised with employers and organisations present. communications issued to recipients of the payments regarding training courses of these 390 were placed on courses. So,
the difficulty here with all of that, with all due respect, is, this is what we've been doing down through the decades, decade after decade. What I'm suggesting to you is right across the economy at the moment, not just domestically, but globally, there's a huge shortage of staff in the whole area of cybersecurity. And this is an area of flexible employment. It can be done remotely at different times in the day, in different markets, be they here domestically, across Europe, across the Middle East or North America. It provides flexible, high-value employment to potentially one-parent families. And this can bring additional high-value income into those homes. And there is a whole cultural aspect of this in terms of the long-term impact that this can have on society. Now, a similar project is operating in Norway with Microsoft, where they're engaging with migrant women. And what I'm saying is we need to look at where the niches are in the economy at the moment, where they can meet an upskilled workforce and specifically target one-parent families for those. Take a radical approach to this.
Thank you, Deputy. And I think you've mentioned a very specific sort of sector there as well. And I know in Trio Services do look at skill shortages and do try to match people with them and do work with industry as well. So look, I think we'll take that point back to see if that's not already in the mix in terms of what Trio is doing. Like I would say figures provided by the CSO find that the employment rate for lone parents has increased from 64.8% in Q2 of 2019 to 67.1% in Q2 2023. There was a drop during COVID, but we're back on the right trajectory now as well. And I suppose kind of separate from this department as well, but I think a key improvement that I think you will see helping the situation as well and giving more people options is the investment in childcare by Minister O'Gorman as well. Childcare is a key issue in terms of allowing lone parents to actually access the labour market as well, and the significant investment of the last 2 years I think will in time see greater participation rates in the employment market as well in that regard. Thank you.
Minister, this is a simple enough question. Can you give an update on the pension entitlements being worked on for carers by our department and outline on the record of the House?
The next question in the name of Pádraig O'Sullivan.
I'm taking 96, 99 as well as 101. My field day. So basically the question is, and sorry about that, what are the changes to caring credits? I know they're very, very beneficial and long-term carers are included, but you might outline for the record of the House what they are.
This government acknowledges the important role that carers play and is fully committed to supporting them in that role. Accordingly, the current state pension contributory system provides measures including PRSI credits, homemaking disregards and the home caring periods to recognise caring periods of up to 20 years outside of paid employment in the calculation of a payment rate. Last September, Minister Humphreys announced a series of landmark reforms to the state pension system. The measures are in response to the Pension Commission's recommendations and represent the biggest ever structural reform of the Irish state pension system. One of the key pension reform measures announced is the introduction of enhanced state pension provision for people who have been caring for incapacitated dependents for 20 years or more. It will do this by attributing the equivalent of paid contributions to these long-term carers to cover gaps in their contribution record for the periods that they were caring for an incapacitated dependent. The measure will be available to individuals who reach state pension age from the 1st of January 2024 and will also be available to people currently over pension age. They will be able to apply for these contributions and receive a state pension contributory or enhanced pension from the 1st of January 2024 where eligible. In September, my department launched an online system for people to register for long-term caring contributions. This will facilitate the expeditious processing of these contributions upon enactment of the legislation. Minister Humphreys introduced the legislation to give effect to these measures in the Dáil last month, and I expect the legislation to be enacted by the end of the year. I trust this clarifies the matter for Deputy.